Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We're here at the camera store showroom with Juho from Camera Rescue, going through the top 10 most searched or clicked cameras of 2019. We are here with number 8. Do remember there's a full article and video made for Camera Store that you can read, but we are with number 8, the Hasselblad 500 CM, which probably is the pinnacle and the most searched camera because it's an icon. It's a SLR, manual focus, medium format camera.
Yeah, and was manufactured for decades, so there's a lot of them it's the most manufactured Hasselblad body, so people are looking for it. It has some benefits to the earlier 500C, which is a good alternative if you want to save some money. The 500C is around like 200 euros cheaper. You don't have an interchangeable
focusing screen, but everything else is the same.
Yeah. And then what's special obviously is the 6x6 interchangeable. You take everything off. Nico has nice videos on his YouTube about how you can
dismantle everything.
Yeah,
I might have even a buying guide if you guys want to watch. I'll leave links below and on the top. But yeah, the thing of the Hasselblad 500 CM is probably people are looking for a 6x6 camera. They like the fact that they can change the lenses, the fact that they can change the backs mid-roll, which is great if you're shooting black and white or color or different ISOs. Do remember that on film, you can't just set whatever shot differently like in a digital camera. So the Hasselblad is an icon. There's so many of them out there, which also makes it easier. Because if something breaks, there's always spares. I actually own the Rolleiflex version of that, which was the SL66, and those fail a lot, and there's not so many spares, and they're harder to fix. So I always highly recommend the 500, and it's not a surprise that it's the number 8 in the most clicked cameras. If you really want to go for a budget-friendly option, I made a video a while ago, but this is probably the best way to also go with a Hasselblad and still not have the interchangeable screens. It's the Hasselblad Electric cameras, which is the ELM, EL, ELX, and a bunch of others. Why do you think this one's a good option, Juho?
Well, essentially it's half the price of any Hasselblad, and the only difference is,
the motor.
There's a motor attached,
which you can't take off.
Yes. Some of them use some peculiar batteries, and some of them are already using AA batteries. But this is the easiest way. And if you don't do hiking with your Hasselblad,
if you're shooting studio photography or portraits, stuff like that, the Hasselblad 500 with the motor is a great way because you shoot and it just advances. It has a couple features that are interesting for that. And Juho was mentioning the weird batteries. You can adapt them to the 9-volt batteries fairly easy. They're even eBay contraptions. I'll leave a link for that below. But it's very cool camera. Still has all the lenses and the benefits of the 500 CM, but you get a cheaper entry point. So if you want to test the waters with a Hasselblad brand, you can get that. But if we want to go into more affordable options from other brands, I think the biggest, camera that nobody talks about are the Bronica line.
Yes, Bronica is a lot cheaper. They have the same leaf shutter system in the lens. They have quite a lot of options, basically the same 40 millimeters to several hundred millimeters that they're available in lenses. They have the same options in backs. They even have a panoramic back, which
35
for the Hasselblad.
The Hasselblad, there's some 35, but they're super rare to see. The Bronica have like a 35 X-span kind of format shot. And the Bronicas, you have the SQ, the SQA, the SQB, SQAI, and such. So you can go check it out. They're usually very affordable. A lot of people that couldn't afford Hasselblads back in the day went for Bronicas. These sell usually around 50% the price of a combo. So a 500 CM might be 1,000 plus. This could be 500 plus, depending on the state, on what you include. But yeah, I think it's a great option for shooting 6x6 SLR medium format. And then tell me, you.
2 years ago I would have recommended the Mamiya RB 6.7 because it's a mechanical camera, it was 1/3 of the price of Hasselblad, but now it's almost on par with Hasselblad. It's, you know, the prices. Well, I guess it's also camera store prices are a bit high on them because they're fully refurbished by our Mamiya
technician.
Factory trained technician, so it's a bit different. But anyhow, it's like you can see the size difference. It's
we call this the Iveco, which is a worker's truck. But when you're buying the Mamiya, it's a 6x7. They do have 6x6 options. But do bear in mind the size, as you can see. I mean, the Hasselblad, if I pick it up in my hand, it's basically the size of my hand.
Yep.
If you're holding Mamiya RB or RZ on your hand, you need a strong arm. You might want to even hold it with two hands most of the time. It has the benefit of, you know, the whole bellows and the twistable back, so you can go from portrait to this, which doesn't happen on 6x6 because you're shooting square. You don't have to, you know, change the camera size to side. So yeah, that's a great option. I think the prices have gone up lately because they were very undervalued back in the day.
Yeah.
And then if you do want something a bit more modern, I think a great option is the Rolleiflex. I would say 6000 line, the 6001, 6002, 6, and 8. They do fail because they have more electronics. This is a purely mechanical camera. This uses these batteries, which are a little bit of a pain to find in proper condition, but still use you know, great lenses, interchangeable backs, and so on.
Yeah, and it's even manufactured new, or like
the ex-Rolleiflex company has what they call now, I think, DW. And the HY6 camera, which has autofocus lenses for medium format, which is something you don't see every day for a 6x6 camera, because 645 you have the Hasselblad line, the modern
6x5.
But for 6x6 it's still manufactured, so you can buy that new, which is interesting. So those were the options for the Hasselblad. We haven't talked a lot about Hasselblad because there's a ton of content about it, but it's not so surprised that it's the top 10 most clicked cameras of 2019. As I said, there will be an article below if you want to check the whole list with links and such to Camera Store's website.
And as a last note, if you don't like square format, if you like your 2x3, do not buy a Hasselblad. Like, there's 645 options
for very
much cheaper options, Mamiyas, and especially the Bronica ETRS line. You are even smaller than a Hasselblad. You get more shots on a roll. You get the same of depth of field, and you get faster lenses.
There's a lot of benefits, but a lot of people don't like the 645 because it's a very similar to the 35 format. So it's understandable, but just bear in mind, if you're not a square guy, maybe try 645 and cropping to try it out, and then going for this. But of course, the Hasselblad is beautiful. It has a lot of, you know, hype around it because of its lines and, you know, classic look. But yeah, if you have any comment or feelings about this, let us know below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.
See ya.